other options that the Aam Aadmi Party will perhaps explore?
So I think Arvind Kejriwal made it very clear that he is going to hold a CLP meeting in 2 to 3 days' time, where a new chief minister can be made, will be announced. So there are two things which happen. See, if he recommends, after the choosing of a new chief minister, recommends dissolution of assembly, there's no automatic LG's rule or presidential rule, because there will be a caretaker chief minister. So they are going to use those opportunities to keep on pushing pressure on the BJP. They try and call in early polls. Or, you have Arvind Kejriwal out and he's meeting up with people. That's one option which is certainly going to be there, of a caretaker chief minister, which leaves Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal. But more specifically, I would focus on Kejriwal, because he's clearly the bigger face for AAP, to focus only on traveling, meeting up people, going door to door. That's one option that he's going to do. Second is, we just have a couple of months left to go. Technically speaking, the election should be held sometime in February, which means you another have 4 to 5 months left to go. May not be possible to hold it along with Maharashtra. Maybe the EC will not want to prepone it. But even if you hold the elections on schedule, you get into a lame duck mode already. Any case, the argument which was going against the Kejriwal government is that it was a lame duck government. It was not much of a government anyway, because no decisions were being taken, no cabinet meetings were being held. This is clear-cut a political move. It is clear-cut his messaging to show out that, listen, I have resigned, but not because BJP wants me to resign. I chose my time, I chose my moment, and I'm going to go back to the people. Now, if the AAP wins in the next elections, he's going to be back. But, very cleverly before that, he also says that I don't know how long these cases will go on. So, ideal situation, the BJP would say that till you don't get a clean sheet, you should not even come back as a CM, even if AAP wins. But he's not saying that. He's saying, I'm going to come back as a chief minister if the people's mandate goes in favor of the Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, so will the new chief minister recommend dissolution of the assembly? Will this be the narrative that we will see going up to the assembly elections in the national capital? And most importantly, who is going to be the next chief minister before we see the election scenario unfold in the national capital? Some of the important aspects that we're still looking out for. Pallavi, stay on with us. It's important to understand what's happening in the Aam Aadmi Party camp, but equally important to understand how the BJP is viewing the overall scenario. As per sources in the Bharatiya Janata Party, we're learning that the BJP is of the opinion that he should have resigned long time back. There are those who say that this is being done to garner people's sympathy because they really can't face people anymore, given the manner in which investigations had been unfolding in this case. It's the people's anger, the Bharatiya Janata Party says, which have made him resign, and it's the Election Commission's job to hold elections in the national capital. This, of course, remember, because the Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal has given a call for early elections parallel to ones in Maharashtra in the national capital as well. He's proposed for elections in the month of November. So the BJP continues to maintain that this is on expected lines, that this is just an attempt on part of Arvind Kejriwal to garner sympathy from the voters of the national capital. I want to go across to Aman Sharma joining us with more. Aman, very interesting how the BJP is trying to instead turn this to its advantage, because it's a counter punch of sorts coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party that this is no splendid move but on expected lines, because he really didn't have an option in front of him.
Yes, what we are picking from BJP sources here is that, look, a chief minister resigns basically on three occasions. Number one, if he's lost the majority. That is not the case in this. The Aam Aadmi Party has a big majority in the Delhi Assembly. Number two, a chief minister resigns on moral grounds. So the BJP is now saying if it was moral grounds, Kejriwal should have, in fact, have resigned much earlier. When he went to jail, when he was jailed on these serious corruption charges almost 4 to 5 months back, why did he not resign then? He wanted, in fact, to run the government from jail. So he should have resigned at that particular time. Maybe he's done some Atam Chintan inside jail, which has now made him come out, finally when he's come out on bail and put in his papers and say he's resigning. The BJP feels that the real reason for Mr. Kejriwal to resign is that he cannot face the people any longer. He's been in jail on very, very serious corruption charges. And when you cannot face the people, when you cannot, such failure is there in your government that you're not able to face the people, you resign to take sympathy of the people. So the BJP is seeing this as a move that Kejriwal is trying to get the sympathy of the people by saying that, look, I will only sit on the CM chair when people give me a mandate. They say it's all hogwash, because still yesterday, in fact, top AAP leaders were saying that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal can very well continue as the Chief Minister, because the SC stipulation on not signing files or not going to CMO will not come in his way to remain the CM. So in a way, the BJP sources now are saying that AAP is speaking in duplicitous tones. It is just trying to get sympathy of the people just months ahead of the elections. But all this will not work. The BJP feels it is on very strong footing in Delhi. It can win Delhi elections very, very comfortably. Also on this point, which Mr. Kejriwal is now saying that the Delhi election should be forwarded to November, maybe to hold them along with Maharashtra. The BJP saying it's election commission decision totally what to do, what not to do. It is not the government of BJP's prerogative. But it remains interesting to see will the election commission do this, because Mr. Kejriwal is anyways saying that he will be putting another chief minister in place. So in a way, the government can very well continue till February. But one thing is very clear that BJP said this is just a move to get sympathy. The AAP is under fire in Delhi because it on these serious corruption charges. The chief minister had to be jailed. The deputy chief minister had to be jailed. They've come out on bail after several months, and only because the Supreme Court, cited these and give them bail.
Okay. All right, Aman. Very interesting. Thank you for joining us with those details. I want to quickly go across to Arunima once again. Arunima, apart from the big announcement that he will step down after 2 days, there's a meeting of the Aam Aadmi Party that will take place to decide who the next chief minister is going to be. There are two things that Arvind Kejriwal seems to have done. Not only has he justified his announcement of deciding to resign as the chief minister, he's also justified why he did not step down as CM while he was in jail.
See, I just want to take that point of sympathy that Aman was making forward. I was covering Delhi in the Lok Sabha elections also. Arvind Kejriwal was given bail by the Supreme Court, interim bail, to come out and campaign in that period. Aam Aadmi Party really focused on the sympathy card. If you saw their campaign at Nukkad, they would put up these structures which they labelled as washing machine. Their point being that because Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia and Sanjay Singh did not get into the BJP washing machine, that's why they were in jail. Anybody who joined their party was washed clean and came out. That did not really work. There was complete whitewash of Aam Aadmi Party in the Lok Sabha elections, and I think that has also led to recalibration of strategy. Staying in the Chief Minister's chair, not being able to function as the Chief Minister has led to governance suffering in Delhi. What was Aam Aadmi Party's trump card for Delhi? Free bijli, free pani, giving you bus rides, for free, allowing the lower middle class, the core vote bank of Aam Aadmi Party to get some relief in terms of these economic benefits. But all of this has suffered in the last 6 months or more. Electricity problem there is, water crisis, there was a huge water crisis this time around summer. So BJP is taking this to the voters that governance is suffering because the Chief Minister is refusing to step down, and there are no files, there are no paperwork happening. I think it's also a political decision to turn that narrative around and hit the ground as the national convener of Aam Aadmi Party and not as the CM.
Okay, the next 2 days are going to be very interesting. So we're watching out for a lot of announcements, a lot of deliberations that will be witnessed from the Aam Aadmi Party camp as from the BJP as well, perhaps. Many thanks, Arunima, for joining us with all those details. It's time for us to head into a very short break. We'll be right back.